She's got a long history with unity and ministerial work, and she is just a wonderful person. If there's anybody in here that doesn't just love her, there's no one. So she's mic'd up right where she is, so I'm just going to ask her to open our service with prayer.
Thank you, Anne. Good morning, everyone. Wow, what a beautiful space and a place for deepening our understanding of unity with each other and God. There is no separation, you all. There's only one. And that one is residing in our hearts, just as you said, in our hearts. So I invite you to take a moment just to maybe close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. I invite you to let your shoulders down. Just really relax into the space, into our spiritual sanctuary this morning. We give thanks for this beautiful place we call our spiritual home, Unity of Gainesville. We give thanks for every aspect of this community of oneness, this community of compassion, this community of understanding, this community of forgiveness and love in the deepest way. We are so grateful for this place and this space where we can fully realize who we are and why we're here. We're here to experience the oneness and the love and the peace and the compassion of the living Spirit of God. Not somewhere out there, but right in our heart space, in our minds and our hearts. And we celebrate this day and every day where we acknowledge and the truth of our being one with everything and everyone. And for this truth and so much more beyond measure, the gifts of Spirit, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
Thank you, Marcia. Some announcements. Next week after the service, on Sunday, there will be the annual congregational meeting. We'll have the service that'll end about 12. We'll have some light snacks and just a light lunch out in the gathering room, and then we'll come back in for that meeting. So there, on the table in the gathering room, there's the agenda for the meeting and all the information that you might want to know about it. So just check that out. Those were all emailed or snail mailed to you already, so you've probably already seen them, but they're there. Okay. So, and anybody that wants to bring some snacks to share, that's great. Is there anybody here for the first time? First visit to Unity of Gainesville. There's a couple. There's a few. Welcome.
It's not the energy in
so
here.
Rupali's going to bring you a little packet of information about our church. So if you don't mind, just kind of keep your hand up. A couple right up here in front, Rupali. Two more up here. Diane is right here on the aisle. Martha's right there by Anne. Thank you. So we're so glad you're here with us today, and we hope you'll enjoy it, and we look forward to getting to know you better after the service over coffee and cookies. So there's a lot of things going. Oh, the other thing that's coming up besides the annual meeting, and this isn't until March, but you don't want to miss it, is Charlie Thweet is coming back to do the service. He's a wonderful musician and spiritual person. So he'll be here on March 17th, St. Patty's Day. So wear your green and come see Charlie. And then he'll have a concert afterward, and it's called An Angel on My Shoulder is the name of the concert. So I happen to go to Italy with him 2 weeks in October, but that's not part of to brag. Okay. So check our website, unitygainesville.org. We have all kinds of things going on throughout the week, every week, classes and meetings and qigong and all kinds of things. So just that's all there. And sign up for there's a place on the website to sign up to get the weekly e-blast, an email newsletter, so you can keep up with everything. So now I will read the daily word. So the daily word for today is acceptance. I practice acceptance and I find peace. From the Bible, Philippians 4, verse 11, not that I am referring to being in need, for I have learned to be content with whatever I have. In the past, I have resisted unwelcome situations and unwanted outcomes. Over time, I have learned that my resistance did little more than leave me agitated and unhappy. I have learned to trade resistance for acceptance. Accepting situations as they are does not mean I like what is happening, but it does mean I am willing to be present to it without resistance or struggle. From that place, I am better able to work toward creating better conditions for myself and others. When I practice acceptance, I invite the presence of God to inspire and comfort me. I shift my attention from what might feel wrong to that which is always right, the absolute, unchanging goodness of God. I practice acceptance and I find peace.
All right, thank you. This beautiful song is called Just Let It Go by India Ari. You've been through so much, so many ups and downs. You've given your love, but never liked the way it turned out. You closed off your heart, and you carry the weight like a million rocks on your shoulders. But you don't have to wait for an apology or for someone else to make amends. When you can remember that your healing is in your hands. Just let it go. Inch by inch, just let it go. And do it again, just let it go. One day you'll see, just let it go. You've set yourself free. You've been used, you've been abused. Someone came along who didn't value you. You carried the weight of your heart like a million rocks on your shoulders. But life isn't meant to be perfect, and we won't always win. But you can remember that your healing is in your hands. Just let it go. Inch by inch, just let it go. And do it again, just let it go. One day you'll see, just let it go. You've set yourself free. One day you'll see, just let it go. yourself free. You gave it your all. You put your blinders on when you looked around. All of your friends were gone. You took the fall, and you carried the weight like a million rocks on your shoulders. Let it go. Inch by inch, just let it go. And do it again, just let it go. One day you'll see, just let it go. You've set yourself free. One day you'll see, just let it go. You'll set yourself free. Let it go. One day you'll see, just let it go. You'll set yourself free. Your healing is in your hands. 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 Let it go.
Woo! And me? Oh, no. Okay, let's see. Well, just getting ready. Did you all get your boarding pass? Did you all get in the right seat this morning? Well, I just want to tell you that you're in for the flight of your life. Oh, yeah. We're all well equipped. And make sure that you take this with you and you use it all during the week. Just saying. So welcome on board Unity Airways Flight 2024. Yeah, your personal flight, your journey from fear to love. A trip of a lifetime, a journey from your head to your heart. And I'll be your flight attendant today. Oh, yeah. And my name is Miss Flo Divine, and it is my pleasure to welcome you on board, and it is my divine pleasure to serve you this morning. You cuties, you. Everyone. Yeah. So you have all been provided with all you need, you know, on this journey that we're all on. You have come well equipped with all you need. You have within you the powerful spiritual tools of forgiveness and unconditional love on your Lenten journey from fear to love, to your own resurrection into higher consciousness. Are you ready? Well, you better put your seatbelts on, y'all. You know, it's going to be a good flight today. And it's a good thing to know where we're going on our flight to higher consciousness, on our journey of life. Our destination is freedom. Our destination is freedom. You know, and in case of an emergency, just in case of a loss of memory, a little spiritual amnesia, you can simply reach for your spiritual oxygen mask. Yes, you can reach for it. Let's see it all, everybody. Reach for their spiritual oxygen mask. It's located right there within you, in your higher consciousness. And you can always push your Holy Spirit call button, located right there where you are, in your high heart consciousness, in your higher consciousness, right there, smack dab in the middle of your sweet old mind and heart. And let me tell you right now, it provides you with a pure, free flow of everything you need, of unconditional love, of forgiveness, of compassion, the grace of God, the peace that passes all understanding. And that button, that Holy Spirit call button, will remind you of who you are and why you're here. You're here, I believe, and Unity teaches that we're here to co-create our lives with infinite life. On our journey, each one of us, this amazing journey that we're on of eternal life. And that's the good news, you all. So, remember to place your mask on yourself first. Sometimes we forget. And I'm here to remind you, place that mask on yourself first and then assist others to do the same. By being the magnificent example of the love, the divine love that you are. The divine love and forgiveness, a marriage made in heaven, a heavenly consciousness of oneness. Your personal resurrection to higher consciousness. And our motto here at Unity, always, is seek the kingdom of God first. You know, seek first God. And love your neighbor as yourself. And all things will be added to you. And we hope, our hope here at Unity, is that you enjoy your flight with us today and every day. We appreciate your attention and intention of living in the light as the light every day in every way. Because you know what? You are amazing. I want you to tell that to somebody sitting next to you right now. How amazing you are. You are amazing. Yay. Yeah. I'm amazing. You're amazing. Yay. Yeah, and say that to yourself. I am amazing. Yes. So I really want to thank you for choosing Unity Airways today and every day. Unity offering you practical, positive spirituality, you all. Spiritual tools to assist you in creating the life of your dreams, peace of mind, abundant prosperity, and great joy. Y'all come back, you hear? Yeah. Anybody want to try on my... You know, Lent is the journey that we're all on right now. And it's a journey. It's a journey that we're all on. It's 40 days, really, of freedom. A journey from fear to love. A journey from fear to love. And our focus during Lent, you know, this is an amazing time. This is my favorite Christian holiday or any holiday. I love Easter. I love the whole story of Easter and how powerful that is in our own individual lives. Most powerful practice we have is forgiveness, and that's one of the key elements of this letting go that you sang so beautifully of. Let go. Let God. In fact, that's the title of the Unity Lenten booklet. Do you all have that in the bookstore? Oh, you all have to get one of those. It is a beautiful journey of 40 days of letting go, letting God. You can get that in the bookstore, right? Yeah. So traditionally, Lent is the season of prayer and fasting that leads to Easter, our personal resurrection. We got to let go of things, you know. You know that, don't we? We know we need to let go of some things in consciousness that hold us back from being the amazing person we just experienced. Yeah. It's the 40 days of cleansing the mind of false limiting beliefs. It's an intentional practice for 40 days, crossing out negative self-talk. And an acronym for Lent, L-E-N-T, is Let's Eliminate Negative Thinking. Don't you love that? Let's eliminate negative thinking. And during Lent, let's feast on the things of spirit, putting God first in our lives always, and always seeking the kingdom first. You know, the kingdom of heaven metaphysically means an expanded state of consciousness. So it's letting go of limitations and opening up to that expansion, that evolutionary process of transformation that we're all on. I like to say that we, in Unity, we fast from the negative and we feast on the positive. It's been commonly believed that Lent has to do with the 40 days preceding the resurrection. Lent is an old English word for spring. Did you all know that? It's very cool. You look into the history of these things, and it means lengthening. Spring is a time of lengthening. The days are longer. You know, there's more light, and the light is turned on in the dark places in consciousness as we create this intentional practice, the shadow consciousness. It's like wearing a mask, but the mask is on our mind and our hearts. Unresolved resentments, unforgiveness, blame and shame, all that crap, excuse me, but blaming others for our lack and limitation, you know, putting the blame on Maine kind of thing. And it's time, the shadow is to be brought out into the light. Do you know what I mean by shadow? Those things in consciousness that are hidden in our thought system, and they pop up sometimes. It's like a shadow that shadows the truth of our being. And you know what we do? We project that onto others. Ever notice that the stuff that we hold in consciousness, we sometimes project onto our neighbors? You know, and it's a time to wake up out of that shadowed place. So last Wednesday was Ash Wednesday. Did anybody get some ashes on their forehead? Did you go to the Catholic Church? No? No. Well, it was Valentine's Day, and I love that Lent started on Valentine's Day because it's the day that we celebrate love. And what better time than this Lenten time is to enroll and enroll in more love in our lives, to be that love not only for others but for ourselves first. You know, Lent is a period of preparation for Easter, a preparation for that resurrection into higher consciousness. The idea was based on the 40-day period of prayer and fasting as practiced by Moses, by Elijah, and by Jesus. Moses received the 10 Commandments on Mount Sinai after the end of his 40-day fast. And Elijah talked to God on Mount Horeb at the end of his 40 days of prayer and fasting. And Jesus began his ministry at the end of his 40-day fast in the wilderness. You know, the ancient Hebrew writers used numbers to symbolize ideas. And the number 40 in their minds represented an idea of that it is complete, 4 square. It was a foundational idea for something to follow. Another interesting note about Lent is that in the early church, they celebrated the 40 hours it was calculated that the body of Jesus lay in the tomb. And also 40 hours preceding the celebration of the resurrection. So the resurrection denotes completion. We let go and we let God. And as we continue this journey of Lent together as a spiritual community, the unity movement, I'd like to look at forgiveness as a spiritual practice that we practice every day. What better way to fall in love with ourselves and others than to let go and let love reign? And forgiveness is really not a mental exercise at all. It's a heart exercise, an heart-opening experience, a heart softening. Do you ever remember a time when you forgave somebody or you forgave yourself? You felt an energy, a softening, a deepening, not in your head, but in your heart. And I believe that forgiveness was central to Jesus' teachings. Love and forgiveness. Forgiveness is not a one-time event. It's a process, a divine process. When asked by Peter, how many times do I need to forgive, Lord? 7 times? Well, I can imagine that Jesus almost laughed out loud and said, I do not say 7 times, Peter, but 70 times 70 times 70 times 70. Yeah. In other words, you do it until it's done. Forgiveness is complete and finished when there is a heart-opening feeling of gratitude, really gratitude, and understanding for the person, the event that we want to forgive, including ourselves. And most importantly, I believe ourselves. Doing this lesson this week, I had ample opportunity to bring up the old stuff that I still need to look at and let go of. And when we get the lesson, forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. No, it doesn't mean forgetting. It simply means letting go, letting go, letting go. Forgiveness is freedom. Forgiveness is a spiritual practice of freeing ourselves to be the change. Be the change we wish to see in our own lives and in our world. When we try to forgive from the head, we end up in a battle of self-righteousness. You know, I'm not going to forgive them. And separation from ourselves and the one that we're trying to forgive. I'm not going to forgive him. I'm not going to forgive her. Are you crazy? She done do me wrong. You ever said that to yourself? I'm just not going to do it, you know? And on its own, the head, the mind, will argue for revenge. Try to prove itself right. Become the judge and the jury. She done do me wrong. And in the spiritual practice of forgiveness, there is no ego, self-righteousness. And the wrongs that were done to us, or perceived mistakes that were done to us, lose their sting, because with forgiveness we can overcome judgmental thoughts, condemning thoughts, and have mercy on ourselves. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. So how do we define forgiveness and unity? How do we define forgiveness? How in the world do we practice forgiveness in the world that we're living in right now? All the stuff that's going on, the wars, the conflict. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. You know, we forgive by being an example of unconditional love in every moment of our lives. One of my favorite teachers of all times of forgiveness especially is Jerry Jampolsky. I had the great honor of Jerry being a mentor for me. I studied with attitudinal healing for years, and it has given me great tools to live my life by. But in his little book called Forgiveness, the Greatest Healer of All, this is how Jerry defines forgiveness. First, he writes that unforgiveness is like eating poison and waiting for the other person to keel over. And to not forgive is a decision to suffer. That's the definition of unforgiveness. And his definition for forgiveness means seeing the light of God in everyone, regardless of their behavior. That's really hard to do, isn't it? Understand the shadow behavior is the light of God with a mask on. Do you know that? The light of God with a mask on is that shadowed behavior. And the mask of the ego edging God out. Forgiveness, Jerry said, creates a world where we do not withhold our love from anyone, regardless of the circumstances. You really sang about that this morning. Thank you, Latoya. Because underneath the mask of forgetting who we are and why we are, and that we condemn other people and judge other people, is the light of God. Underneath that. And I believe, along with Jerry, that forgiveness is the shortest route to infinite life, to God, to what is real and sacred. So there's a story about a massage therapist. Anybody a massage therapist here? Wow, I knew it. The massage therapist was assigned to give physical therapy to this lady that had cancer in the hospital. And according to the doctor's prognosis, that she didn't have much time to live. And the massage therapist, her name's Irene, was treating this lady. Her name was Mrs. Hammond. She asked the elderly lady about the pain in her life. The massage therapist asked her tell me about the pain in your life, Miss Harmon. And she said, Miss Harmon said, my greatest sorrow is that I have not spoken to my sister in 20 years. And when the massage therapist, Irene, said she really encouraged the woman to talk about her long-held resentment of her sister. And as she was talking, Ms. Harmon burst out into tears. You see, she was ready to let go, wasn't she? Yeah. She reported how hard it had been to hold a grudge against her sister, whom she truly loved. And the two women embraced at the end of that session, and Mrs. Harmon reported that she felt a little bit better. You know, the pain was not as intense. And the following week, Irene returned to the hospital to do more work with Mrs. Harmon, and she was surprised to find her dressed. She was all dressed up. She was putting makeup on her, and she looked great. She looked healthy. And Irene, the massage therapist, said, "Where are you going?" "Home, darling," Miss Harmon said. When they took x-rays, they found no sign of cancer. They found no sign of dis-ease. See, we hold on to anger and hurt and resentment, blame and shame. We only hurt ourselves. And by withholding love from another, whoever that is, we deny it to ourselves. Because we are one. There's no separation. And if we keep someone in a prison with our thoughts, have you ever done that with another person? You kept them in prison. You know, he doesn't do that to me. He doesn't do that to me. We have to sit at their jail door, their cell door, to keep them from escaping. And we become the prisoner ourselves. So to free another, truly, is to free ourselves. And one of the greatest gifts of release, of letting go, is forgiveness. And our spirit, in that act of forgiveness, is healed and free. Today is forgiving, unconditional love and acceptance. Today is forgiving, acceptance, our daily word today, to ourselves and all others, in all conditions. Today is forgiving, not withholding, but forgiving. Forgiveness is for living in freedom. There's another story I want to share. It's really a powerful story. And it's the story of it comes from Africa. And it's about a tribe called the Babimba tribe. I don't know if I said that correctly, but from South Africa. And when someone in the tribe acts up, they bring that person to the center of their town or their village, and they place them in a chair in the middle of the town. And everyone in the village stops working and gathers in a circle around this person who's been accused of some crime or some offense at somebody else. And when each person, regardless of their age, begins to tell the person in the center about all the good things that they have done during their life, the good things, everything that can be remembered about this person is described in great detail. All the accused positive attributes, good ideas, strengths, and kindnesses are verbalized for their benefit, that person in the center. Each person in the circle does this in great detail. All the stories about this person are told with the utmost sincerity and love. No one is allowed to exaggerate events that happen, and everyone knows that they cannot make stories up. Nobody is insincere or sarcastic as they speak to that person in the center. And this ceremony continues until everyone in the village has had his or her turn to talk to that person about how valuable they were, a respected member of their community. And this process can go on for several days. And in the end, the tribe breaks the circle and a joyous celebration occurs as the person is welcomed back into the tribe. Through the eyes of love, which this ceremony so beautifully describes, we find only reunion and forgiveness. Each person in the circle, as well as the person who is standing in the center, is reminded that forgiveness gives us the opportunity to let go of the past and a fearful future. The person in the center is no longer labeled as a bad person or excluded from the community. Instead, they are reminded of the love that is within them and are joined with all of those around them. I thought, what if we practiced that? What if we started with our children in their schools? What if we did that for our own family, for our own friends, for this spiritual community? We all flub up sometimes, don't we? We all make mistakes sometimes, intentionally and unintentionally. But what is ours to do? What is ours to do? What is the highest consciousness that we can resurrect to? Forgiveness, I believe, and unconditional love. Forgiveness and unconditional love. Letting go and letting God. So I invite you right now just to gently close your eyes, if that feels comfortable, and move into a place deep in your heart space. Just let go of any worries or concerns right now. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. There's an old unity hymn. Open the eyes of my heart. Today is for forgiving. Unconditional love and acceptance. And compassion. Breathe with that awareness right now. Breathe. Breathe and be here now. Go deeper and deeper into your heart space, where pure love and acceptance and compassion reside. Forgiveness offers everything I want. From A Course in Miracles. Listen deeply with your heart. What could you want that forgiveness cannot give? Do you want peace? Forgiveness offers it. Do you want happiness? A quiet mind? A certainty of purpose? And a sense of worth and beauty that transcends the world? Do you want care and safety and the warmth of pure protection always? Do you want a quietness that cannot be disturbed? A gentleness that can never be hurt? A deep, abiding comfort and a rest so perfect it can never be upset? Move deeper into your heart now. Breathe. deeper now. All this forgiveness offers you, and more. It sparkles on your eyes as you awake and gives you joy with which to meet the day. Forgiveness. It soothes your forehead while you sleep and rests upon your eyelids, so you see no dreams of fear and evil, malice, or attack. And when you wake again, it offers you another day of happiness and peace. All this forgiveness offers you, and more. Breathe and be here now in this energy of love and forgiveness. The holiest of all the spots on earth is where an ancient hatred has become a present love. And so it is. And so we let it be. Amen.
All right, this beautiful one is called Let Go of the Shore by Karen Drucker. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. You have all you need, it's all inside of you. Just close your eyes and breathe and know that you are safe. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. No need to make a plan, your heart will be your compass. Just lift your sails in faith and trust that you'll arrive. Let go and let the water carry you. Let go, let go, let go. Float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Let go, let go. I let go, I let go. Come on. I let go, 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 go, I let go. Ooh, I let go.
Thank you, Toya Coleman. How beautiful. And what a beautiful thing the two of you created today for us. Thank you, Marcia and Toya. Oh, let's see, where are we? Oh, at this time, we embrace the principle of giving as a spiritual practice. So our ushers will come forward. Kristen and Gio, thank you. And you're invited to take your love offering in your hand or imagine it in vibration if you've already given online or some other way or placed it in that's the basket. So let's bless our gifts, knowing that as we give, our blessings are multiplied. So I'll say the first part and you say it back to me, okay? Divine love expressed in me. Divine love expressed in me. Through me and as me. Through me and as me. Blesses and multiplies. Blesses and multiplies. All that I have. All that I have. All that I give. All that I give. And all that I receive. And all that I receive. And so it is. So it is. Go. So as the ushers are passing among you, let us now give thanks for the continued growth and prosperity of our beautiful ministry here at Unity of Gainesville. Hold these words in your heart as I read them. Unity of Gainesville, Florida is richly blessed and in the flow of universal abundance. We give thanks that just the right people with loving hearts and skills to help us grow are attracted to join us. We accept the good that enriches us and all whom we have contact. We are prosperous, loving, and healthy, joyfully co-creating an abundant life. And so it is. And so now we'll ask Miss Gwen to bring the children in. Shall we? Toya, are you going to make some music? Okay. Here we go. Tambourine. All right.
This little light of mine. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. She's so cute.
Here they are. Miss Gwen, take it away.
You want to sit over here? You want to sit over there on the top? Okay, now they can see. Good morning. Good morning. Well, today we were talking about love, and we read the story about Jesus was teaching all the people, and these mommies and daddies started coming with their children, and some of the disciples said, no, stay away. Jesus is important. No, take the children away. And what did Jesus say? Come, let the children come to me. And so we did a blessing chair. You want to go fix it, Rez? Use that chair right there. So we made a blessing chair, and then they took turns being Jesus. And he blessed all of the animals and the children. And we talked about making a blessing chair at home, a nice, cozy place when you need an extra little blessing in a warm, cuddly. That's what she thinks of it. So, and we learned a new song. If you know Mary Had a Little Lamb, God is loving me right now, me right now, me right now. God is loving me right now, right here where I am.
Thank you, Gwen. So let's bless the children. You want to stand up and rub your hands together, get some energy going, and say this blessing with me if you know it. If you don't, you'll know it. Children, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. We behold the Christ within you, and we love you. We see you doing wondrous things. We love you. We love you. We really, really love you. Mwah! So let's make a circle. Looks like we'll be able to go all the way around today.